Yo, press record. What's up? You listening to Zero to X? My name is Daniel, and today with me, as always,
Hey guys,
what's
my name
going
is
on?
Amara.
What's going
I
on?
kind of feel like we haven't done this in a while.
Kind of feel like we haven't done this in a
Yeah, like
while.
just saying what's up, and I'm like, these guys. I haven't talked to the guys in a while.
We haven't. Eventually, we know for sure we're gonna pass 50 episodes,
Definitely.
guys. That puts us in the top what percent now?
I wish we had the number.
I wish we had the
But at
numbers,
this
but
point,
it's
we're
really
just-
high. Not a lot of podcasts get to 50 episodes, and
Yeah.
thank you guys for the comments, for the feedback, for the review, for the actually real sense of community we share with you guys.
Mhm.
It
Online and
means
physically.
it means a lot. We are zero to X right in front of your eyes.
Mhm.
Like all of us are zero to X together. Hopefully, we had plans for this year that haven't panned out just yet, but like we're making do.
Yeah.
But guys, best believe Amara and I are doing the very best, going above and beyond to make sure that next year is a banger, man.
Oh god.
Is a banger, man.
Oh,
Is
God.
an actual banger.
I was listening to what's his name, Chris Williamson.
Chris Williamson.
Oh my god.
Oh, guys, Chris Williamson is our guy now. Like, when I mean our guy, like, he's
Fantastic.
almost Alex Rosie like to us
Oh,
now,
God.
man.
Fantastic.
Chris Williamson is different.
Fantastic podcaster, man.
Yeah.
Like his mind is
His mind is incredible.
beautiful.
His mind is
Beautiful.
incredible.
And I was just thinking about him and thinking about how you were just talking right now. And I'm just like, you guys just try and think about where Zero to X will be in 5 years.
Hey, stop playing! Stop
Just try to think about it,
playing!
man. I think,
Stop playing.
guys, but to bring it closer to home, this is the beauty of deciding to do something and running for it for an extended period of time.
100%.
Like I've said in the podcast a number of times, pick one thing, stick with it for 5 years. And through that 5 years, make sure that you decide to improve upon that thing, even if you can't do that every day.
Yeah.
Make sure you're doing a net week on week or net month on month improvement.
That's a really important point.
Bro.
The net week on week,
Bro.
net month on month point. It's a really important point.
You'll be surprised about how
Yeah.
far you will go.
Yeah.
It will literally blow your mind.
This thing that you just said is so deep. It's simple, but it's deep. And these days, I've been reading a lot more than I typically have in a while. I've been reading like a bastard. I'm not even gonna lie.
Guys, Daniel is on something.
Bro,
There's something.
I can't even lie, man. I can't
You
even,
guys are privy to all the info.
bro.
but Daniel is on
I
something.
can't even be modest
I can't
about
wait
it.
till we
I'm
start
reading
doing
like a
some behind the
bastard,
scenes.
man. I can't even lie. And one of the things I've been realizing, I guess it's that kind of thing where if the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Daniel's teachers are all here now.
Bro, man. Bro, man. Through their books, through their interviews,
God.
through their and interestingly enough, it's not stuff I haven't heard before, but it's just stuff right now in my life at this moment in time I'm ready to receive and act upon.
Yeah.
So it makes me treasure the information, treasure the knowledge a lot more.
Yeah.
And you found out that there isn't necessarily one revolutionary piece of information. They are just simple things that require doing. That's it. Simple things that require doing. That's pretty much it.
I share that same
That's pretty
sentiment.
much it. That's pretty much it. Saying that to say the point of net week on week, net month on month improvement, I think is severely underestimated, if not altogether ignored.
Bro.
I think it is
I literally have
to pick something.
finished.
Sorry, beg your pardon. To pick
That's
something for 5 years is not a long time, but it's not a short
60
time.
months, bro.
It's not a long time, but it's not a short amount
Just
of time.
60 months, man.
Right. And week on week,
Week on week.
52 times 5, that's 200 and what now?
You will blow your mind.
Bro,
You would blow your mind. bro.
260 weeks.
You'll be out. Guy, you think about you look back and you're just like, when they say consistency is really the game changer, you're just like,
Honestly
bro,
speaking, man.
just do that thing consistently and up the intensity. Just keep upping the intensity. Just
Honestly
keep
speaking.
upping it and you'll be wow.
Honestly speaking.
Wow.
Honestly speaking.
To be ridiculous, man.
You know, I think I've referenced this before. It's possible, but there was a Harvard study done in the 80s and 90s, 2000s. I hope I have the year correct, but it's been a minute. And they tried to figure out what was
consistent across successful
was
people.
consistent across successful people. I mentioned in the podcast before. And it was long-term perspective.
Yeah, long-term perspective.
The willingness and the ability to play the long game. And they were like, all of the people that had goals but didn't write them down were not really anywhere in life. Those that had goals but didn't write them down were somewhere. But those that had written down goals and were working on them were earning 5 times the entire other group.
And I was thinking just this week that one thing I've seen is the way growth happens is very interesting.
How so?
So you think about the entire caterpillar
to butterfly.
Is lava? No, it's not lava.
It's egg, lava.
It's egg. Yeah, but all of that stuff. Yeah. And I think for a number of days with the butterfly, what's the word now? That metamorphosis. Is it called the
metamorphosis? Yeah, meta is changing.
Yeah. Okay. So cool, guys. My biology game is still on point.
Sorry, morph is changing. Metamorphosis.
Yes.
So it's changing. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So and you think about that, and this thing at some point, as the caterpillar goes into a cocoon the cocoon at some point.
Yeah.
And stays there for a number of days in that cocoon. Yeah. And to you, visibly looking at it,
seems like nothing is happening.
It seems like nothing is happening. That's what goes on in the day-to-day. So the day-to-day looks like you're still hanging out with the same set of people. No, not hanging out, but like you're still surrounded by, you know how they say there's this quote, you're a reflection of the 5 closest people you have.
Yeah.
And then you look at your account balance and you look at 5 closest people and it's not really giving.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
But you look at the minds of the 5 closest people around you and you're like, these minds are very solid minds.
Yeah.
So you can easily see how,
yes, sir.
So you can easily see how you think about the process of growth.
Yeah.
And that morphing process. And in the day-to-day, over the short term, it looks like nothing is happening, but you know you're paying the price every day.
Yeah.
You know you're putting in the effort, the intensity, and the consistency every day.
100%.
And then you can imagine when that cocoon eventually pops,
bro,
it will look like an overnight success.
See, bro,
you will look like the butterfly, and everybody will be like, man. What's going on, man? And you're like,
100%.
Guys. Yeah. I wasn't sleeping when all y'all were sleeping. I was paying my dues when all y'all were choosing that decision.
This thing that Amara said about cocoon,
bro,
about, like the analogy he just gave, it reminds me right now of like just before we started recording, and Amara and I were talking about our goals for next year. Guys, the projections for the next 5 years. We really should do behind the scenes, man. We really should.
We'll work on it sometime.
So next year for sure. Next year for sure.
Okay,
so we're talking about it, and then we started to think about, okay, how can we hit like a particular figure? We're thinking about ways of doing it, and then we kind of agreed on a couple of options that seemed entirely viable for us to do and stick to and achieve in the next 5 years. And then I was like, after that, I'm going to do. I said, do what?
Bro, guys.
I said, do what?
I think I was saying on the podcast that the difference between myself and Daniel is...
Oh, my God.
There was an exercise I think I mentioned on the podcast before, that there was an exercise that I carried out personally.
Yeah.
Like, you need to look at your life and say, what amount of money do you need to have to say, yes, life is giving what it's supposed to give? Like... And this is the life I signed up for. It's not the one.
My God.
It's not the one. I didn't sign up for the one.
I didn't sign up for poverty.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a
video. The babe literally said she stepped down like a stairs, man. Like, stepped down from poverty.
I love it. I lost the energy, man.
But
bro.
Anyway, so guys, I did this exercise and I arrived at a number that like I know I need to make annually.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
That will make me really feel like this is a good place to be.
Yeah.
I know I still have aspirations, but with this, I can look at life and I can be like, yeah,
that's good.
All those goals, this is beautiful.
Yeah, that's good.
And so any other thing above that is just really like I like the way Alex says it. Beautiful mind. He says that at some point money loses its what does it call the value? It's marginal utility. In the sense that you have so much to be able to afford. Like you have so much money to be able to afford anything you want. That it's no longer so much about the money anymore. You just look at the money as like, yeah, it's just a nice to have now, but it doesn't add anything to your life.
Yeah.
The things are already constant. The goals and all the, what's the word? Deprivation, all the things that you held back on. Let's say at some point you were very, what's the word now? There's a word they use when you delay gratification. Those kinds of things. So you're delaying gratification, you are choosing to play the long game, you're doing all of that, and then you finally have the money. And then at that point, it's just like any money above this money is just money. Like it's not really doing anything to my entire experience with life. Do you get me? So that's what he meant. And so for me, it's like I look at that, beyond that annual income that I have put down, everything is just money.
Whatever it
but
is.
for Daniel, guys, that's how I was going with all of this stuff. For Daniel, oh God. Hey, Daniel, oh God. That's all I can say, oh God. Daniel be stressed. Guy, we finished talking and Daniel was talking about extra goals. I was like, where are you going again? This is the money. This is it. Oh my God.
Bro, guys, Amara left me, man.
I said, well, I'm not, I can't have this conversation. This man is stressing my brain. Like, oh. But I mean, I think that's the beauty of self-awareness. To know that, you're different from people in a way that you are comfortable with. Yeah, 100%. And for you, that brings you satisfaction. Like Daniel has said a number of times on the podcast that for him, one thing that's very important for in his life is living a life where he knows that he used up all the resources,
every single thing
that he was given
every gift,
by God.
Every single thing. 100%.
Yeah.
One of the things that I discovered in the last week that keeps me driven, I didn't discover it necessarily, but it was kind of reinforced by something that I looked at. Bro, it was stupid. So I like fine things in life. I'm not going to apologize for it. I like them.
Please
don't. I don't bother. Like when people have gotten me birthday gifts, but not a lot. I'm not a big birthday person for myself. For other people, I'll go all out, right? And then like as much as possible be there for them. But for me personally, maybe for the season of my life that I am in, I'm not so much of a birthday person. Although there is a birthday gift I want to give for myself next year. There is, I will not lie. But so far, I haven't really been one, so I don't even really ask for gifts. But another problem is that the gifts I like, I cannot in good conscience ask my guests to buy it for me. Because I kind of like fine things. So I looked at the watches that I like. I looked at the cars that I like. And I realized that I checked the salaries of the top 10 CEOs in Nigeria. They would have to save to buy the things that I want to get.
That's not nice.
It's not nice to hear. That's not nice bro, to hear, bro. I was looking at my computer, I almost lost it. So I was like, so if I'm CEO of MTN now, I still got save.
Bro.
I'll be it for a couple months, right? I still got save to buy what I want to buy my car, to buy my watches, to buy like things that I like. I said,
unless you want to go and sell your shares.
Except you want to go sell your shares, but I'm like, just in income. I said,
It's
I was like, bro, where we are going is far.
It sets things in perspective.
It sets things in perspective. Like literally, they have to save or find financing or other creative ways that are available to reach people to like finance and buy stuff, right? But I was like, I was just in distress. I was just in distress that evening, man.
Oh God.
I was just in distress that evening. But then I was with a friend and I could see the awe. Not awe per se. She's kind of used to it now, right?
Okay.
But I remember a time where she just used to look at me and I was like, how do you even have the ability to think of these things like they are nothing?
Like I've gotten that reaction from
like
people.
Where does that come from?
I think about it myself sometimes. That where does this come from for me?
Yeah.
And I think we are very privileged people.
I would agree to that.
With our upbringings.
I agree to that.
I think we are very privileged people.
I agree to that.
Because bro, I was listening to someone. I'll keep the person's name confidential for the purpose of this conversation. And the person was talking about how I have the ability to be very dogged. I look at the vision and I say, this vision must come to pass.
100%. The guys, that is very, very true.
And and I was now thinking about other people.
Yeah.
Like the average person, and thinking about how this person will get to a certain point, and life will quote and unquote beat them down. Like they look at that thing and they're just like, at this point, it only makes sense to like just find some logical rationalization and excuse to let it go.
To let it go, yeah.
Do you get? Because like you can't take the pain anymore, or you can't take the frustration anymore, or something. And I'm just like, how? And I started thinking, I'm like, I think we were very privy. Let me speak for myself particularly. I think I was very privy to be exposed to kinds of books and people I was exposed to from around the age of 16. My life really began to change from the age of 16.
Yeah.
Shut them around when I was just leaving secondary school.
Yeah.
And I started coming across great minds.
Yeah.
Do you get me? And I didn't know that I was taking in their stuff. You know how they say you can't stay around pigs without having some dirt on you?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with great minds.
100%.
So like you're consuming their content knowingly or unknowingly, and it's getting smeared on you slowly and gradually.
100%.
And then you find that where the average person would have like found some quote and unquote self-limiting belief now to allow themselves to
it's unconscious. It's unconscious.
I would take a different approach.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm thankful. I'm super thankful. Because bro, how do you run in some certain situations, man?
100%, man. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Bless my mom and dad for all of I started reading books when I was 10.
Bro.
Kind of like you, man. Yeah. There were just books around.
There were a lot of books.
There were just books around.
My brother was the avid reader, bro. He made me look like I was playing.
There were just
he was reading 800, 900 pages when I was reading 120, 200 pages.
There were just books around, man.
Yeah, they were feeding the flames. My parents were like, you guys like reading, take more. Take more.
There were just books around, man, and I can't bless my mom and dad enough for what they did. There were just a lot of books around. But we're that family that people will come and borrow books from and not return. They will now make the resolution that we're not borrowing our books again.
Crazy.
But my father will still give the books.
Crazy.
So we're always like buying multiple copies of those books because we also needed to have them
in-house
in our library. But tell you what, man, there was a story there was something. I'll tell you the story of something that happened to me in JS2. I can't thank my dad enough for this experience. So I always had the inadvertent title of being brilliant, like good at school, kind of good at academics, mostly without studying, without reading. I imagine it's a gift.
Guys, it's not bragging, no. It's just what it is.
It's just what it is. Like, and it's not what I'm not saying it's what it is. Like, as if it's like you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
It's
Daniel.
just what. Oh my god!
Carry on.
So primary school was great. Secondary school was great. Again, I was lazy. I wasn't diligent with reading.
You knew what diligence was?
I didn't
know what diligence was. It was like just one. When I saw my result, primary school, you're always like dusting.
Yeah, dusting everybody,
results, bro. Yeah, primary school. And then I entered into just one, and I started seeing like, I don't know how you guys grade, but in my own grading system, you see the A, the B, and the C, and the D, and the E. Yeah. So let's say I get a B now. I'm like, okay, great, I got a B. And then I see the position. And we're like 60 or something like that. And I see the position, and I'm like 20 something. I'm like, what? What? How did I go from first step of primary school to something?
100%, man. 100%. I hear you. It's essentially the same thing with us. You have grades.
So I didn't know what diligence was, man. I didn't know what diligence was.
In the retrospect, we just know that diligence was just being able to study and do your assignments on time.
The basics.
Like, this is the basics, right? Just study after school, do your assignments on time. So that was the prerequisite.
Yeah.
So I wasn't studying, man. I wasn't. but I listened in class like rapidly. That was how I learned. I listened in class rapidly. Assignments, sometimes deadlines, sometimes on time, that kind of thing. Wasn't really a thing, but I could figure that I was gifted in some way, and maybe a couple of other people around me saw it. But they knew I wasn't trying. So we're like a class of like altogether 90, like 3 arms, altogether 90. So 30 per class. My class I would come like third, fourth, that kind of thing. I wasn't trying. I really wasn't. One time I came seventh. I was playing ball. My dad came back,
bro.
beat me.
Now, what's result in primary school? I think it was 6th or 8th.
Oh my god!
It was in primary 3. I can't forget. It was ridiculous, man. I don't know what's going on that year. I was. But it was the same with you, man.
Like ever since then, it was just his 1 second term. Ever since then, anytime it was time to go and collect results, I would not be found playing. What's that? What's a play? What's a football? I would not be found playing. Cause I was down to go to my friend's house because it's short for me. I thought so. When my mom they came back, my dad just grabbed one carrier from somewhere from a baby's course that was old or something. Just gave me two.
Tell our foreign audience what the pancare is.
So pancare is just essentially a stick.
What's it made from, though?
Is it?
What's it? How's that thing made from?
I don't know, man. Like,
I don't know
baby
what plant
it's kind of like softwood. Like I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But like it just hit me twice and was like, the point was that it was disappointing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm not going to mess up anymore. So second, like the final term of GSS1, I then overcompensated. I think I came first, but by the time they did everything together, and I came third. They aggregated everything together, and I came third. I was like, cool. The GSS1 first term came third still. Third or fourth, I can't remember.
Yeah.
GSS1, GSS2 second term. This is where the story I want to tell is. Same thing again. My dad always went to go get my results from school. I was home. I told you I never played again during the day of results. If I the week of results, I will not be found playing. I will be diligent in the house, chores, everything, you know, gone to good graces, just in case, because it wasn't a thing about not performing. It was how well did you perform? Do you understand? So it's not like, okay, you got an A. Did you get a 95?
Yeah.
Not a 90. Why are you getting 82? That was the standard my dad set for us. That was the standard my dad set for us, and I really, really, really love and appreciate him for that. So, but on this particular day, it was supposed to be a quick in and out because I knew he went alone. He wasn't going anywhere. He would get the results, come back, then go do his business. My dad took such a long time. He got back in the evening. He walked in and just said, "Son, congratulations, came fourth." In my head, I was like, that's kind of disappointing still, but like, thank you. I was like, Daddy, why did you take so long? He just sat down, asked me to get him what I got him what. I was like, why did you take so long? He then told me that when he got there, thankfully he got there early, when he saw my results, it had 16th. He just started shouting, "That's not my son." He just started shouting, "That is not my son. That is not my son. That is not my son. Recalculate it. Let me see the scripts." Lo and behold, they calculated it. The teacher then came up to 10th, said, "That's not my son." Calculated it again. As in, and you know what's crazy about this? Because it is positional, he's delaying every other person that was there to collect results. Do you understand? It's not just them recalculating my grades. They have to recalculate my position for all of those things.
Yeah. Oh,
do you understand? I see. So 10th, that's not my son. 7th, that's not my son. He told me he only left there because it was getting late. So they stopped at 4th.
Oh.
They stopped at 4th. Like, that's not my son. When I resumed school in the 3rd term, my teacher wrote a letter to me and to my dad apologizing for that incident.
Crazy.
It was that stupid.
Crazy, man.
Guess what I came that term?
What?
First. By a stupid margin. I topped my set from then on till about SS1 first term when we then split.
Guys, you see that it was not brag.
Then I topped science class from like then till SS2, third term or so. Then I was always in the top 2, top 3, that kind of thing, right? But I'm saying this to say this. That confidence, that faith that my dad had in me, bro, he delayed the entire Jesus. There were like 90 or 100 people wanting to collaborate. He delayed said that is not my son's results. Bro, stupid.
It speaks to the thing that we just talked about imagine having that kind of father and then growing up and like having to go through life. This person has set certain kinds of expectations.
Do you understand?
In your head, bro.
Do you understand?
That's the thing about it. When you are surrounded by great minds, bro, it will smear on you eventually.
100%, man. 100%,
bro.
100%,
bro.
I've never nursed the possibility of thinking small. I don't know how to think small. It's not a problem, but
I saw something by Pastor Sam Adeyemi today, just in line with this. He said he read a book where the person said, get into the habit of murdering negative thoughts.
It's a good habit. I don't see, they don't even come.
Dude, like that.
I don't like, see them to murder.
So for me,
anymore,
it's kind of like, bro, if you're in the category of people that still experience negative thoughts, they should be dying instant deaths, man.
Bro, like
they should be dying instant deaths.
Death on sight, man. Bro. Shoot on sight, bro.
Bro.
Because like I've never thought of doing anything small in or with my life.
Bro.
Amara, like, that's why Amara chased me away today.
I don't, man. I mean, guys, if you're listening to 0x, again, it's because we always say, you are in a subset of people that believe in the potential that you have been given.
100%.
And the things that you can get done on this earth.
100%.
And for that reason, you know that whatever you choose to want to accomplish with your life is by no way average.
It's by no way average.
It
can't be ordinarily good.
So, yeah.
It can't.
Bro.
It has to be incredibly remarkable.
Bro.
It can't be just, oh, that was good. No. So, like, it's one of the reasons I found out people, like, tended to want to collaborate with me and stuff. Because you just come to me with one thing. It doesn't take me 2 seconds when I've blown the lead of that vision that you had. Like, blown the actual lead. You're thinking, okay, let's do this. I'm saying, okay, let's do this. Let's get... And this is unconscious. I'm not thinking of what you said. Like, I'm thinking of what you said, but, like, I can just easily say we're going to do 100 times what you said we're going to do in results. And we can go and meet this company, blah, 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 that kind of thing. You can literally tell like it's a different playing field.
It's a different playing
field. It's a different playing field.
That's it.
From how you were thinking.
Yeah.
So it's like people now step up to that thinking and then we do great stuff together.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's kind of like I have never thought about anything to do it in a small way.
Yeah.
Right. And 2 things that I would say have been responsible for that is chiefly one thing, is the environment, how you surround, what you surround yourself with. We've had the benefit, Amara and I shared experiences in some way, of having great advice from mentors through books. Yeah. Feeding our minds, priming our environments, on and on and on.
Talking about the things that we have been feeding our minds with.
Talking about the things. So
and now you guys are seeing it.
And you are literally seeing it. See, guys, do you know what's going to be so cool? When we get to record 0 to X in 2.5 years, and the stuff that we're working on starts to show, like they're seeing the results.
It will be ridiculous, man.
It will be ridiculous.
Like, it will look like overnight success.
It will be
but
ridiculous,
there will be
bro.
the evidence.
We said these things, man. We said these things, man.
Guys.
So, guys, the environment, what you let into your thought space, your mind space, emotionally, what you let affect you, can determine the kind of beliefs you have, whether they are do whatever the hell you want to do because you can do it and because you will it. It's like essentially my will be done. That's some Elon Musk, Steve Jobs shit. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I want to do this. I'm going to do it.
Because why not?
Because that's honestly the reason. That's honestly, why not?
Why not?
Why are you stressing yourself like that? Why not? It's not stress. Like, why not?
It's not stress.
It's demanding, but why not?
Yes, it's demanding. The average person may not choose that demand, but you understand the rewards that lie on the other end of the fulfillment. So why not?
Do you know what's crazy? I finished reading the new Elon Musk biography. I shared it on my WhatsApp story that I did, and reading that, I was reading a lot of books in parallel because
guys, Daniel is on.
I was reading a lot of I am desperate. I'm desperate for greatness. I'm not even gonna lie. So and the recurring theme around money was that the people that have the most of it don't look for it. A lot of people play the game of money to make money. But the people that have the most of it are playing a different game that's higher than money. They almost sound idealistic, altruistic in their mission, what it is they are achieving. Elon Musk wants to save the world, not become the richest man in the world. He wants to make the world a multi-planetary species. He wants to make the world renewable. All of his businesses are in line with that.
Yeah.
Tesla, SpaceX, The Boring Company, Solar City, XAI.
X.
His involvement in X is literally, that's a shout out.
Everything app.
Is
that's what he called it.
Yeah. The involvement in AI, not just X as in Twitter, X.ai. Yeah. It's literally because he doesn't want robots or artificial intelligence to become superior to the human race.
Yeah.
That's literally it. 6 or 7 companies straightly aligned with one vision.
In one vision, bro.
To save humanity.
Yeah, it looks like they're on a different playing field, man. Ridiculous, man.
And he's the richest man in the world.
Ridiculous, man.
Look at Jeff. Look at Steve. Bill Gates might as well have been a prophet. When Bill Gates started, books he wrote, when we started seeing the results of it in the early 2000s and 2010s, was stupid. He said these things would happen. 20, 30 years ago, in his books. They are not playing the money game.
Exactly.
They were playing a game higher than money. Like, they had a mission, a vision.
Guys.
They were playing a game higher than money.
I will leave you with this as Amara. I will leave you with this, and I learned this from someone, and it's something that Daniel does incredibly well, and something I'm also just learning to pick up now. Find the books of billionaires. Consume their autobiographies.
Oh my God.
You know why? Because it will make you begin to think the way they do.
Oh my God.
Remember what we said just earlier on, some minutes ago, that it might look, you start making decisions that might look like they don't have immediate consequence and action and direction. But give it time. You're playing the long term. Give it time. You're playing the long game. Give it time.
Give it time.
Give it time. You would, bro, it would be ridiculous, man.
Guys, if you're listening to 0 to X, self-limiting beliefs cannot be a thing that you struggle with. By struggle with, I mean, not that you entertain, rather. You can, sometimes, life smacks you, man. Bro, I won't lie, this week, my mind frame wasn't in the best possible space. I won't even lie to you.
Yeah, so we can't take that away.
Life smacks you silly. Bro. Life smacks me silly this week, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I was working out, and the exhaustion and the pain, mentally, emotionally, physically, was just all coming together, and I was like, what the hell are you doing, Daniel? When I was working out, and that day happened to be legs.
Oh my God! That took a while. Oh my God! Guys, if you work out, you should understand that when he just said that day happened to be legs, that experience just easily quadrupled. Whatever negative experience he was dealing with, just easily quadrupled. His leg, bro.
And I know I don't work out with music. I work out and I'm left alone with my thoughts. I think I'm a cyborg.
Oh my God.
I don't work out with music. I don't run with music. I just like stay with my thoughts. Like,
I don't know about you guys.
Confront me, who you be.
I was telling Daniel, guys, I don't know about other people, but the first time I tried to not work out, I mean, I was running.
Yeah.
I was running on Baby. I was running to Allen.
Yeah.
And I did my earphone stopped working.
Yeah.
I was hearing my heartbeat. I mean, bro, this is not what I need to hear right now. Guy, and it's so hard for me to.
I like to confront and face my
right?
thoughts. I don't like to be distracted.
Guys, I actually want to know some. See, I think as we also continue to grow the Zurich X community, I'm genuinely interested, and I know Daniel is as well, to know how you guys perceive the things that we talk about here.
I honestly speaking, honestly speaking, man. Honestly speaking. So, but guys, if you're gonna take away anything from the conversation that we've had, it's the fact that what you choose to believe is at your control.
It's in your control.
It's in your control, beg your pardon.
Yeah.
It's in your control. You can determine, you can decide what you want to believe, right? And the way you do that, the way you expand it, because see, guys, the energy needed to think a big thing and the small thing
is the same amount.
The same. Why not go big?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And 2 easy ways we recommend you do it: read books, get lost in learning, get lost in personal development and growth, read books, yeah, and then have people around you that are rooting for you like bastards, like they don't send.
Again, remember that you're playing the long game.
You're playing the long game.
You're playing the long game, because I say this all the time, because I don't know how Daniel deals with this, but I personally, I'm very aware of what's going on around me with regards to the people, and I know that not a lot of people are thinking to the heights I'm thinking. And it's perfectly fine. I don't go against
100%. Yeah,
that's your life.
You
choose what you want to do with your life. Yeah, but it has a tendency to make you look like an oddball. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So
you have to come to terms with that.
100%.
You have to come to terms with that.
Used to it.
I am on a different path, playing a different game.
Yep.
And my rewards may not look like what I want them to look like right now. But I understand the vision, and I'll keep paying the price.
It's long-term perspective.
Yeah, man.
It's long-term perspective.
We don't want to keep you guys any longer.
Yep.
Yeah. And so for that reason, we thank you for tuning in us always. Honestly,
thank you guys.
Honestly, thank you for tuning in us always.
Thank you guys.
It's been a pleasure.
An absolute pleasure.
And we'll see you in the next one, guys.
See you in the next one, guys. Take care.